Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to KRS TV. This is your boy Kenny, and this is a brand new episode of my show here on YouTube called Tea and Scandals. I'd like to thank you all for clicking on, and this episode is one of the top girl groups of Motown, and I am speaking of no other than Martha and the Vandellas. Formed in 1957 by friends Annette Beard, Rosalind Ashford, and Gloria Williams, and later Martha Reeves, who became lead singer after Gloria Williams left in 1962. During their 9-year run, 1963 through 1972, they charted over 26 hits. 10 of them reached the top 10 R&B charts, including 2 #1 R&B hits and 6 top 10 pop hits. In 1957, teenagers Rosalind Ashford and Annette Beard became acquainted after a local manager hired them to be members of a girl group called the Delphis. They, along with then lead vocalist Gloria Williams, performed at local clubs, private events, church events, YMCA events, and school functions. The group originally had 6 members, which was shortened to 4. After another member left the group, she was replaced by Martha Reeves, who was a member of a rival group, the Fascinations, and had been a part of another group called the CHIEFHITTS. In 1960, they signed with Checker Records and released a song led by Martha Reeves called I'll Let You Know. The single failed to chart, and then they recorded for Checkmate Records, which was a subsidiary of Chess Records, a record called There He Is at My Door with Gloria Williams singing lead, and it also flopped. Martha Reeves briefly left the group and had a solo career performing under the name Martha LaValle in hopes of landing a deal with Motown Records. Mickey Stevenson, who was a Motown staffer and head of A&R, discovered Martha Reeves singing at a Detroit club and offered her an audition with Motown. But Martha arrived on the wrong date. Auditions were held on Thursday, but she arrived on Tuesday. She then became Stevenson's secretary and was responsible for helping other acts audition for the label. By 1961, the group, now called the Vandellas, were recording background vocals for other Motown acts. In 1962, with Martha included, they did background vocals for Marvin Gaye's first hit single, Stubborn Kinda Fella, and after Mary Wells failed to make a recording session, the group recorded a demo with Martha singing lead called I'll Have to Let Him Go. Motown and Berry Gordy was so impressed with their vocals, he gave them a contract. Gloria Williams left the group, making them a trio, and the new group was named Martha and the Vandellas, after Detroit's Van Dyke Street and Martha's favorite singer, Della Reese. In 1962, they struck gold with Come and Get These Memories. I love that song. It went number 29 on the pop charts and number 6 on the R&B charts, and it was written and produced by the infamous team of Motown, Holland Dozier Holland. Their next hit, Heat Wave, went number 4 on the pop charts and number 1 R&B. It was a smash and became their first million seller. They were also nominated for a Grammy for Best R&B Vocal Performance. Their next hit, Quicksand, went number 8 on the pop charts. In 1964, Annette left the group to start a family and was replaced by Betty Kelly, formerly of the group The Velvelettes. Their next 2 singles, Live Wire and In My Lonely Room, were not as successful, failing to reach the top 40. But their next single, Dancing in the Street, a song written by Mickey Stevenson, Ivy Jo Hunter, and Marvin Gaye, became an anthem for Motown Records and became Martha and the Vandellas' signature song. And it was a global success, reaching number 2 on the pop charts, number 4 on the UK charts, number 3 in Canada, and number 12 in Ireland in 1964. And is one of the most played singles in history. Between 1964 through 1967, they released hits Wild One, which went number 34 on the pop charts, Nowhere to Run, which went number 8 on the pop charts and number 26 on the UK charts. This song was the first music video ever made that was shot in a Ford auto factory in Detroit, with the girl sitting in back of a Mustang while it was being constructed. I was blown away because it really shows how the auto industry, how on one end, it's just like an empty car, but then towards the end it's a finished product, and they literally rode on the car singing Nowhere to Run, and that was definitely groundbreaking for that time. Love Makes Me Do Foolish Things, a song that went number 22 on the R&B charts. You've Been in Love Too Long went number 36 on the pop charts. My Baby Loves Me went number 2 on the pop charts and number 3 on the R&B charts. I'm Ready for Love went number 9 pop, number 2 on the R&B charts, and number 29 on the UK charts. And Jimmy Mac, one of my faves, went to number 10 on the pop charts and number 1 on the R&B charts and number 21 on the UK charts. And they also appeared on shows like The Ed Sullivan Show, The Mike Douglas Show, American Bandstand, and Shindig. And they remained one of Motown's top acts on the label. But that changed after Mickey Stevenson left in 1967 and Holland Dozier Holland, who left a year later in 1968. And Motown struggled to find good material for their acts. They did have some success working with Richard Morris on songs Love Bug, Leave My Heart Alone, which went number 25 on the pop charts and number 14 on the R&B charts, and Honey Child, which went number 11 on the pop charts and number 5 on the R&B charts, and number 30 on the UK charts. In 1968, the group performed at the Copacabana, but their live album for their performance was shelved. Due to the changes at Motown post-1968, such as Berry focusing on the Supremes, whose lead singer Diana Ross was beginning her solo career, which began in 1970. Martha and the Vandellas suffered as a result, along with infighting and tension in the group involving Betty Kelly and Martha Reeves, which resulted in Betty Kelly being fired due to missed shows and fights with Martha, which at times were on stage in 1967. And she was replaced by Martha's sister Lois. That same year, their name was changed to Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. By the early 1970s, Martha Reeves had left the group temporarily due to an illness, and Rosalind Ashford left the group and was replaced by another former member of the Velvelettes, Sandra Tilley. Even though their popularity waned by the 70s in the USA, they still had success in the UK and abroad. I Can't Dance to That Music You're Playing, which included the Adantes and new Motown artist Soretta Wright, went number 42 pop and number 24 on the R&B charts. In 1970, they recorded their first protest song on Motown, which went number 80 on the pop charts and number 45 on the R&B charts, called I Should Be Proud. They scored a top 11 hit in the UK in 1971 with Forget Me Not, and an international hit, Bless You, which went number 53 on the pop charts, number 29 on the R&B charts, number 33 on the UK charts, and hit the top 20 in Canada, hitting number 16 on the Canada charts, and number 2 in the Puerto Rico. And it was the group's last major hit. And after 2 top 40 R&B singles, In and Out of My Life, which went number 22 on the R&B charts, and Tear It Down, which went number 37 on the R&B charts, the group disbanded following a farewell concert at Detroit's Cobo Club on December 21st, 1972. Martha Reeves embarks on a solo career at the same time Motown moved to Los Angeles in 1972. Martha didn't want to move, so she negotiated out of her contract with Motown and signed with MCA in 1974. She released her self-titled album, Martha Reeves, and despite receiving rave reviews for her work, she didn't produce the same success as she did prior with the Vandellas at Motown. And after a long battle with addiction, which included prescription pills, cocaine, and alcohol, Martha Reeves sobered up in 1977 and became a born-again Christian. After the Vandellas ended in 1972, Lois Reeves sang background for Al Green. Sandra Tilley retired from show business in the late 1970s and died from a brain aneurysm in 1971 at the age of 38. Gloria Williams, one of the original members, passed away in 2000. In 1978, Martha Reeves reunited with original Vandellas Annette Beard and Rosalind Ashford. In 1983, Martha Reeves sued Motown for back royalties, and she won her case, and Motown agreed to have the songs credited as Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. That same year, she performed solo at the Motown 25. In 1989, Annette and Rosalind also sued Motown for back royalties. Although they no longer perform full-time together, they were reunited for various concert appearances. And also, Martha Reeves held the 8th seat of the Detroit City Council from 2005 to 2009. Now you actually have one group which is called the Original Vandellas, which consists of Annette Beard, Rosalind Ashford, and Rochelle Lafhun. And Martha Reeves and Vandellas, which includes Martha Reeves along with her sisters Lois and Delphine. They finally won a Grammy in 1999 when Dancing in the Street was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, and they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995, the second all-female group to be inducted. And they were also inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame in 2003. So this definitely is one of my favorite groups of Motown. Their music is timeless, and their legend will continue to live on for many generations to come. So that's what I have, everybody. You know, if I missed anything, get down in those comments. Or if you have some of your favorite, songs or memories of Martha Reeves and Vandellas, get down in those comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow me on all of my social platforms. I have them all listed in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I will be back with another episode of Tea and Scandals. So until next time, everybody, take care.